Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived an old lady. She was very old, with silver hair and face full of gentle wrinkles, but her eyes, they were bright and full of kindness. Everyone in the village loved her because she was always happy, even when life was hard. She lived a house and near the big Benny, and she had no children, and her husband had passed away many years ago, but still he never complained. She would sit under the moon, talk to people, and always smile. In that village, people work hard. Some were farmers, some were carpenter, and other work in the small market. Sometimes the rain did not come, and the crops did. Sometimes people fell ill and could not go to work. Life was not easy, and many villagers were often sad or worried. One day, a young woman named Radha to come her. Radha, her face full of worry, said, I don't know what to do. My husband has gone into the city to find work, but he's not seen any money. My children are hungry. And the old lady looked at Radha and smiled softly. Sit down, my child, she said. Tell me, what do you think will happen? Radha wiped her tears and said, I don't know. I feel like bad thing will happen. What if my husband cannot find work? What if he forget about us? The old lady looked her head and gently, Radha, when we think bad thoughts, we feel worse. But if we think good thoughts, we feel better. And sometimes good thing happen. Radha asked, but how can I think good thought when everything is so bad? They smiled again and said, let me tell you a story. Radha looked at her curious. The old lady began. Once there was a poor man who had nothing. He had no food, no money, no family. He sat by the river crying. An old woman came to him and asked, why are you crying? The man said, I have nothing. How can I be happy? The old woman smiled and said, you have the river, you have the trees. You look around you. There is beauty and life everywhere. If you think about what you don't have, you will always be sad. But if you think about what you have, peace, you will find peace. The man listened and slowly he stopped crying. He began to see the good thing around him. And from that day, his life began to change. The old lady looked at Radha and said, you see, my dear, the man's life did not change because of magic. It changed because he changed his thinking. When we think positive, our heart feels lighter and we can face problem better. Radha thought about the story and said, well, my thinking really changed. She smiled gently and said, yes. If you wake up every morning and tell yourself today will be a good day, you will find the strength to work, to care for your children, and wait for your husband with hope. But if you only think about what might go wrong, and you will feel sad and weak. Radha nods slowly. I understand. I will try to think good thought from me. That's the first step of my child, she said. Radha left the old lady house with a lighter heart. Every day she remembered her word. She woke up and said to herself, today will be a good day. She worked hard, took care of her children, and prayed the husband returned. After a few weeks, Radha received a letter from her husband, and he had found a job in the city and was sending money back home. Radha was overjoyed. She ran to the old lady house to share the news. The old lady smiled and nodded. You see, my dear, when our think positive, we invite good thing into our life. Problem will always come, but if we face with a hopeful heart, we can our soon other villagers began to hear about the old lady wise word. Many people come to her and share their problems. The old lady gave the same advice, think good thoughts. The villagers loved her even more because her word had changed their lives. She had taught them the power of positive thinking.